Hi everybody, I'm Florida Trailblazer. Today I'm at Wild Cow Prairie Cemetery. It's an old cemetery, dates back to the 1800s. And it was once part of a community out here. And during those times, the area was much different. As you can see behind me, there's a busy interstate. Well, back in those times, it wasn't like that, obviously. There were farms out here, homesteads, communities nearby. People had a life here, and some of those early settlers are buried here behind me. And some of them are veterans as well. So it's a very important part of the history of this area. And many may not realize that when they're driving by here on the interstate, that the cemetery is here. But it's a nice place to come and see. A great reminder of the history. Sadly, there are talks about moving this cemetery to another location because this land is for sale and they want to develop it. It's very upsetting because these people are laid to rest here. And now developers want to take the cemetery and move it. Take a part of this history and do what? Build a gas station here, a development, a plaza. Like we need more of those. I understand it's progress that comes with the territory, building and development. But we need to plan smart and think about our history and preserve it. It's very important. When you remove this history, you take a part of the history from all of us, a piece of us. It means a lot to us. As you know, I do these videos, I come out here, I explore all these cemeteries, homesteads, Indian mounds, all kinds of places of history in Florida. They mean a lot to me. I like to document, educate people about them, share about the experiences. Let them know that these places are here because it's important. If they don't know they're here, people aren't going to care. So it's important to share about them. And I feel people, if they know about these places, they'll appreciate them, and they won't let developers come in here and just remove a cemetery because they want to build something here. I mean, where is your conscience? Do you not have a soul? How would you feel if your family cemetery was dug up somewhere and just moved off to the side because someone wanted to put a gas station there? It's ridiculous. And it's happening everywhere here in Florida. And we're tired of it. I know it's been happening for years, many years. Florida's been under threat for a long time. In fact, for hundreds of years. But it has to stop sometime. Even many Native American Indian burial sites, their sites were plowed over, graves tore up, and developments built over them for hundreds of years. There's no care, compassion for history. There are many that do care. And we're all standing up to help stop this kind of stuff from happening. Because if we let cemeteries like this just be moved to another area, oh, we'll still say the cemetery, the history, we're just gonna move it to another location. It'll still be there for people to see. It's not the same. There's no excuse for it. And all that does is set an example for other people to come into the state and do similar things, move historical sites because they want to build somewhere. Well, they moved the cemetery in that county, well, why can't we do it over here? You're setting an example. We need to set the right example for future generations, younger people coming up, exploring history, learning about it, understanding the importance of it. And saving cemeteries like this is just one example of doing that. Now, I want to mention that there is a group helping to save Wild Cow Prairie Cemetery. I'm very appreciative of what they're doing. Everybody is working hard to spread the word, sign petitions, let people know. I'm not sure of the politics and the bureaucracy involved in it. I don't get involved in that kind of stuff, but that's usually what happens in these kind of cases. There's so much politics involved, greed and money, it's ridiculous. And history should be preserved. In other states, it's not like this, but somehow, in some reason in Florida, it's okay to do it. And it's time to stop letting it happen. And it's not just about saving our history either. It's about saving our wilderness areas, our habitats, all that stuff. This is becoming a concrete jungle here in Florida. Old Florida is disappearing. What are our kids, future generations, gonna experience when they get older? I remember when I began exploring old history and old Florida, a lot of the old timers would tell me, enjoy now, because when I was younger, these sites were here, but they're no longer there. I'm starting to see that now, as I've been exploring for years. I can go back to sites that I explored 5, 10 years ago, and they're gone now. I'm starting to see that, and I understand what they were telling me. And it's very sad, and it hurt them, and it hurts me, and it hurts all of us. But it seems to be happening more rapidly, faster than ever before. And nobody seems to be able to stop it. Wild Cow Prairie Cemetery, established early 1800s. Always remember. Let's take a look at some of the tombstones here at the cemetery. Frank L. Smith was born in 1857, passed away in 1909. Come unto me, and I will give you rest. And it looks like many of the grave sites are kept up. Sadly, this person only lived 1 year, 1907 to 1908. It's a hard life during those times. Another infant grave here, 1901. Another little lamb has gone to dwell with him who gave. This tombstone here is cracked in half, but you can see here on the ground the name Pemberton. That's really interesting because nearby was the community of Pemberton Ferry during those times. Here we have Thomas Mobley. He's a Confederate soldier, served in the Civil War. It's another one with the name of Pemberton here. To the memory of our mother, Ann S. Benton, died in 1880, aged 57 years, asleep in Jesus. Here is the grave of Charles L. Branch. Also a veteran, Indian Wars. Stephen Weeks.